Good morning, Survival Family. It is way earlier than what I normally make my videos, but unfortunately, this stupid flu that we had this last week is back again. My husband has it again, and so he had to stay home from work. Man, I don't know what this is, but it's honestly terrible. I'm still recovering from it, but that brings me actually into this topic this morning is our medical system crashing. This last week I read an article about us being short on medicine, how pharmacies are reporting that they can't even get basic things like blood pressure medicine or insulin. Even taking that a step back further, if you look at all the over-the-counter medications, the name brand ones, gone. You can't find them. And even the general ones, the store brand names are very, very low in stock, and they have been for almost a year now. And that doesn't even cover the staffing shortages, and that's not because there's not people willing to work. It's because there's several tiers to this. So one, we've had this pandemic going on for over 2 years now. People are just burnt out. There's medical staff who, were at the beginning of this where nobody knew really what was going on, and they had to figure it out themselves. And they were in the heat of it. They were there when people weren't willing to be around sick people. They were away from their families, working 24-hour shifts. Like, they just got burnt out. So you have that whole group that exited because they just couldn't take it, and the government wasn't giving them relief. Now, on top of that, that other layer is people who were mandated to take this jab and they didn't want it, or they couldn't take it, so they walked out. So that's another layer of this, is people just, they're not going to be forced into something that they don't want to do, which is their choice. And then the third layer is, because of those people walking out, you have less staff, so that's putting more strain on the medical staff that is there. This flu was probably the sickest I've been in a long, long time, and I was laying in bed just thinking, man, like, what would happen if I needed to go into the emergency room right now, knowing the hospital that's here I have family working at, and they have said they do not have beds. They have people out in the hallway sleeping right now because they don't have enough staff and they don't have enough rooms. Just saw an article this morning that said that nurses in Chicago are walking out and protesting their working conditions under COVID. So on top of the shortages we already have, now we have nurses protesting, as they should, the maltreatment they have in their work environment. As a Survival Family, we've talked a ton about food shortages, but we're not talking about medical shortages. So I just wanted to make a PSA about going out, getting medicine, making sure your family has at least the basics covered, because I think that there is an even bigger storm coming that we're not prepared for. On top of that, just making sure that we are, staying as healthy as we can, taking our vitamins, eating good nutritional meals, exercising, trying to get some vitamin D when we can, get fresh air, staying hydrated even. I saw an article where exercising just 3 times a week can decrease COVID symptoms up to 50%. And that's a big deal if you're in the heat of it. And I'm sure that that doesn't just apply to COVID. So obviously staying healthy is going to help you out if there isn't any medical care available. All right, Survival Family, that is it for this morning. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.